They say a rolling stone gathers no moss. I wish that was also true in the lawn. My mother-in-law asked me if I could take a look at her yard and get it into shape this year, so we're going to start at the very beginning. There's always been an area of this lawn that struggled to grow grass, and over the years, the area has been infiltrated by more and more moss. Removing it by hand in a small area is okay, but if you have a large area like we have here, doing it by hand just isn't going to work. It's going to take forever. And you can see there is some grass growing in between the moss, but it's just not enough to stop the moss from overtaking those bare areas. But before I tell you how to kill the moss or remove it from your lawn, please consider subscribing to my channel and turning on notifications so that you know whenever a new video drops. Moss in this lawn is primarily located around this huge 60-foot maple tree. It's probably even higher than that, and it's been standing here for years. I think it would take about 3 of me to put my arms around the whole thing. This tree casts a huge shadow in this section of the lawn, but I'll go over some of the reasons that moss will grow in your yard later because you clicked on this video to learn how to get rid of it. So today we're using Moss Out for Lawns. I was able to get this for $13 from Sam's Club versus $17 from the big box stores. The bag covers 4,000 to 5,000 square feet depending on the application rate. Based on what I'm seeing here on the bag, I know that I need to use a number 4 setting, so I'm going to open this up and dump it into my Scotts EdgeGuard Pro spreader. Prills for the Moss Out are very small compared to traditional fertilizer you may have spread before, so be aware that a lot of material is going to come out, so you really need to put some pep in your step as you start spreading. This needs to be watered in when you're done, or you can time your application with the next rainfall, which is what I did here. With proper watering, you should start to see the moss turn brown and then black over the course of a few days. So it's been 24 hours since I put this down, and even though we didn't get steady rain like I was expecting last night, you can already see how the color has changed in most areas from green to brown and even black in some cases. So now we'll let this go a couple more days, and then we'll just go through with a rake, and we should be able to rake all the dead material out, and then reseed here in a couple weeks as the soil temperature continues to rise. Now that you know how to get rid of the moss from your lawn, you're probably wondering how you prevent it from getting there in the first place. There's a number of reasons that moss could be growing in the lawn. In no particular order. It could be from heavy shade, compacted soil, low soil pH, poor drainage, or overall poor nutrient levels. In a case of a big tree like what I'm dealing with here, you could either trim it up, or if it's in bad shape, you can cut it down. For compacted soil, you can buy a Renton aerator. For poor drainage, you can regrade the lawn. For low pH, you can add lime, but I would do a soil test first to make sure that your pH is low. And if you don't fertilize now, you should start fertilizing even with starter fertilizer or some cheap fertilizer you can buy at Walmart, because something is better than nothing. That's all there is for today, so thanks for watching. And don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.